Hey everybody, Rodrigo Fonador here, Asheville Real Estate News and Asheville Cash Buyers. Really excited to film episode number 3 today. I've got Bob Swanson with me. He's a local real estate investor who also serves on the board for Carolina Real Estate Investors Association. I wanted to bring him on the show today because I wanted to talk about something that's really important to everybody in town, affordable housing. And, I'm not going to say too much about it because let Bob speak on that exactly, but just want to remind everybody that this is a topic that's going to take everybody's involvement. And Bob's just a really great example of somebody who believed in the process, believed in making change, and kind of took some action steps to make that happen. And kind of just want to get plugged into his thought process, how he got started, why he's doing what he's doing, and what are the steps that he's taking today. And maybe throughout that conversation, something will stick out to you and you'll feel that you can get connected and kind of be part of the conversation. And you never know where the solution is going to come from. So, well, enough about that. Bob, why don't you give us like a quick 30-second background of how you got involved into real estate, how you ended up in Asheville, and we'll take it from there.
Well, thanks for inviting me. I'm enjoying this process, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do here that people might get some benefit out of. Absolutely. And enjoy. I've been in real estate for quite some time, but my focus in it has really changed. My season in life has changed. And what I'm passionate about right now is strengthening the communities that I'm involved with. And when I say communities, I'm talking about my greater community of Asheville. And I'm also talking about the investment community, the real estate investment community. And the things that I'm doing really integrate the city of Asheville with the real estate investment community to bring more affordable housing to Asheville, and at the same time bring more opportunity to the people that are interested in real estate, and that's their livelihood and the business that they're passionate about.
Yeah, because the solution has to be joint, of course. But, before we even get into that, from your involvement in the conversations you've had with the city, how would you define affordable housing today?
Affordable, let's take it on the basis of personal income.
Okay.
And we'll use a round number of $1,000.
Good.
Just to make this easy, what you want to spend on your housing is 1/3 of what your total income is. That's a good rule of thumb. So if it's $1,000, then you don't want to spend more than $300.
And that's in an ideal world.
That's in an ideal world, right?
And so, what are the numbers in Asheville then?
The numbers in Asheville are that a 1-bedroom apartment in new apartments right now is almost $1,000. It runs from about $925 up to $1,000 for 1-bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. So that means you got to be making $3,000 a month to afford that.
Right. Which I think I heard somewhere that, it was at one of the meetings we actually attended jointly that a lot of people right now are paying close to 50% of their income in rent, which from what you're saying is definitely not sustainable.
It's not only not sustainable, but it doesn't give you a very good life on the other side.
True.
For people that are looking for a good place to live, I think it's the right time to be innovative and to look for people that you like to share time with and maybe share rental expenses so that you can get something.
So like community living or community housing?
Yeah, and I don't like to use the term community so much, but let's call it intentional. We'll call it intentional.
Yeah, no, that would make sense. So how long has this been something that you've been working on, or that's something that's been on your heart, or that you've been passionate about just being involved? Like, how long have you been part of this conversation?
Over a year ago, I started to go to city council meetings. I wanted to see if there was any agendas there. I wanted to see if, people really seemed to be working for the benefit of the community. And I was pleased to find out that there are very serious conversations that are taking place there.
Okay.
And that they really are about bringing more benefit to the community. The more the public contributes to that conversation, the more we, in the public, participate in at least knowing what's going on, the more we can have a voice in what gets done and bring new good ideas into the conversation.
Would you say right now, with your experience of going to the city meetings and whatnot, is the city even receptive to hearing the small person's voice, like just you or me just showing up and having a conversation? Because I think there's a lot of, at least on my end, there'd be a little bit of concern of going to a meeting and wasting my time if they're not going to even pay attention. Have you feel that the city's receptive to the individual?
It's a good question. And I think the best response is if you've got something that you really want to say, you need to find the appropriate place to voice that.
Okay.
For myself, I went to meetings for at least a year without saying anything, just listening. In that amount of time, I really came to understand what the needs are in housing, and what the problems are to get it there. We tend to have this idea that the idea is really obvious, and we just throw out this idea, but it doesn't.
So there's no
really
silver bullet, in
that
other
way.
words.
No, there's a lot of moving parts in solving these problems.
Okay. Well, on that note, I obviously there's not one solution at hand, but as just as we're wrapping up, like what is something that you've heard or what's something you're working on that you're really excited about that might help move this conversation forward?
I see a national trend.
Okay.
In more affordable, more innovative, more cost-effective, and smaller housing. Asheville is one of the most progressive cities, certainly the most progressive in North Carolina, and that's recognized by a lot of people. And the trend is to get more understanding, and my interest is in educating the people who are interested in real estate about what the opportunities are so they can begin to create a niche that fills the demand that is currently out there.
Okay.
It would be a lifetime's work if people take the time to find a niche and then begin to create more affordable, smaller housing.
So I know we talked a little bit about this, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm going to throw up these websites. I'll throw them up here on the comments or, just below the video so y'all can get plugged in. But to find out about the different like city events or the city meetings that have to do with that, that's just on the city's website, right?
Yeah, go to the city's website.
Okay.
There's a lot of information there.
And
go to meetup.com. There's a lot of things on real estate going on there. Tiny homes, the works.
Okay. So we'll throw up a couple of different websites up there. Meetup.com. We'll throw up the Asheville City's website. We'll also throw up Carolina Real Estate Investors Association's website as well. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Once again, Bob, thank you for joining me for today. And once again, Rodrigo with Asheville Cash Buyers and Asheville Real Estate News. And as always, connect with us on Facebook, connect with us on Instagram. We'd love to hear any questions or comments that you have. If you all want for me to talk to Bob again, let us know in the comment section. We could probably set that up again. In the meantime, hope everybody has a great day.